Power to the people. We're back. Reach Over Culture podcast. It's ROC. Shout out to all our YouTube followers and growing. We got a couple of sponsorships to get out the way. Make sure you go check out Town Gear. You can follow my mans. That's Town Gear. At mcmerch.com. Also go shop at Lord Primo at shop Lord Primo on Instagram. Today is a very special day on the podcast. We're going to get to you in a second.
Okay.
Again, shout out to all our first time listeners. We're happy you're here. We're going to give you a round of applause. You can hear it, but you can't hear it. All right. It's not fair, man. We're going to try this one.
Thank you very much.
All right.
Appreciate you.
No, we're not bringing you in yet. Shout out to all the first time listeners. If this is your first time listening, welcome. If this is your first time back listening in a while, welcome. If you haven't heard of us, or if you've heard of us and you've listened but you haven't really caught up on episodes. So today is Father's Day, and so this man's been asking me to do this for quite a while, and I'm not gonna lie, I didn't like dodge him and duck him. We just didn't make it happen, right? Time and conflict issues are very, very important, busy man. But I felt like it was necessary on Father's Day to have none other than me, ROC, my father on. So everybody, welcome Mr. Alonzo Cornegie.
How y'all doing? Thank you very much.
I can't hear you over the phone. Listen, so he's a little nervous. We're going to get through it. Just hang in there with us. He's a little nervous, but he's going to be all right. Yeah, the koala. So, Father Time, how you doing, man?
I'm doing well, son.
It's a pleasure to have you on this. I mean that.
All right, man, it's a pleasure to be here.
I know.
I know. It's been a long time, man. I mean,
a long time since what?
I've been asking for this. And I finally get it. So I'm going to expose everything that I can. Now I'm just playing. Love you, son.
I mean, if you do get to exposing, that's fine. This is gonna get cut real short. Right?
I can believe it.
Yeah.
Because you know I'm getting ready to go off, right?
Yeah, about. All right. So, with everything that's going on, the current climate, things that's happening today, what's some of your thoughts on the protests today, and the change that you see that's being made today? What's some of your thoughts? Do you think it's a sustainable change, and how does it differ from back when I'm not gonna call you old, when you were young buck, young buck like my age?
When I get up in the morning, I feel old. I don't feel like a young buck.
Right.
But I think it's cool. I think it's a change that we ain't never seen before. And like I was saying earlier, these kids today are different. And I know that sometimes...
Dad, relax. I know you're nervous. Relax. You're nervous. Look. Don't even worry about the camera. Don't worry about the YouTubers. Some YouTubers watching.
I was trying to be professional.
I know. Just you talk.
No, I'm serious.
Speak up. Like, you ain't this smooth. You want to talk about exposing? You ain't this smooth, man.
I am that smooth.
You're not that smooth.
Am.
You smooth, but you ain't
my wife told me to not
there
get too militant.
Nah. But go ahead.
I'm not. Look, these kids are different these days. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The reason this march and everything is lasting so long, because people are mad. I mean, black folks are mad. Young people are mad. That's the key.
Right.
I mean, y'all important people these days. I mean, y'all don't care about what they think. You know what I mean? Y'all got internet. Y'all like, I just wanted to go there and say a word, but I'm not. I mean,
I'll put the E on it. I mean,
and I get that.
If you don't want your coworkers looking at you crazy, just don't repost.
I don't care if they look at me crazy.
There you go.
I really don't, because it happens at your job. It's happening now. I mean, you take a black man and kill him in front of the whole world, and you expect people to be like, I'm cool with it.
Yeah.
You expect white folks to be, I'm cool with it. They don't even like it. And those are the same people that my wife tell me is that third person that's in the saying that they won't speak up about it. They like you and they hang out with you, but they won't say, hey, there's, prejudice in every level of life. They won't say it because in their terms that don't exist because we get along with each other. But them the same people now that's protesting. You know why? Because it is real. When you get to see it in real time, when you get to see a black man get killed in real time, from beginning to end, you didn't catch the end of it. You caught the beginning. The man get out of his car, they arrest him, they sit him on the ground. They say that, hey, he was, not wanting to, do what we asked him to do. And all I saw was a black man arguing the fact that, hey, he was upset about getting arrested.
Yeah.
When you see it, you can't unring a bell. When it happens, you can't. Ain't nothing you can do about it. So when black America, white America had to sit together, when this virus we got that's going on that kept everybody home, it forced them to watch it. So it's real. We weren't pretending. We didn't make things up. And what y'all saw on YouTube clips that you saw the end of it, but you saw the man running away and then he got shot.
Yeah.
You saw it in real time. So I think it's...
But overall, you think that it's being handled properly? Like when you compare it to back in 92 with Rodney King and different things like that, like even though you had some of the same aspects of it, which would be the riot and some looting, do you think even compared to that time that things are being handled a lot better as far as with the black community and how they're handling everything?
Well, with the Rodney King thing, like before George, there was a response. I mean, people wanted some change. They got a little bit, and the only little bit they got was we're talking about it.
With the Rodney King thing?
Yeah, they're talking about with all of them.
Yeah.
Just think about it. This is the only man that made a stop. Greg's the only guy that made a stop. George Ford, sorry. He's the only guy that made a stop and really look at it. Everybody else made us pause, and everybody was like talking about it. We don't have change, this and that. Rodney King, everybody that beat on Rodney King, they didn't get no time. They all got away with it. Rodney King got some money, but they got away with it. And when they got away with it, every cop in America, I can shoot somebody, kill somebody, and get away with it. And they have up until this point. But why did they get away with it? Why did they get away with it? And why are we having so much so much fire over this guy getting killed? Because white America had to see it in real time.
You couldn't ignore it.
Couldn't ignore it. So that's the difference. The difference is young people today are just different. We got a mix of Martin Luther King and Malcolm X wrapped into one.
Yeah.
They strong. They don't care. You can't tell me nothing. I'm going to live, and this is my... United States is theirs, too. I mean, they don't care about all that.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the difference. That's the change. That's what's going to be different. They don't care. Care about all that.
So you do see it. You see that this change will last because you made a good point, and it just kind of being one of those things. I said this on my live with my dog Matt. I said that's my biggest concern is that it's here, and then like everything else, it just goes away. Like once we're fighting for police reform and justice for George Floyd now, but what happens when we get that? Then what? And I was just like, that's my concern is like, because we're not necessarily educated on everything that we need to be fighting for, it's kind of like they give us an inch but don't give us the whole mile because we don't even know the mile to take yet. Mm-hmm. And so I was like, that's my biggest concern. So I'm kind of hoping for more leaders in our communities to actually and that we give them the ear to listen because they've always been there. We just, I know me personally, like I've never really gotten into politics or government officials or even city officials. I've never really paid attention to any of that stuff in my life. So I don't know a lot of the laws or a lot of the policies that's set in place that actually go against us in a way. So I'm hoping for more leaders that can, I'm doing my homework and I'm hoping that more leaders get a lot more shine so that they can speak on our behalf and they can educate us on these issues that, because we need, reform and education for people in our community in the health field and different things like that. And because a lot of people in my generation don't necessarily know about it, we don't know what to vote for, what to fight for. But I'm starting to see more people in my generation get active in these ways. But for you, do you think that this will be a lasting change? Like, do you see this change actually taking a foothold in America and inequality becoming more and more of really more and more of a staple of what America is about?
Yeah, because I'm dependent on you, your podcast, other kids. And I call you kid, you're 27 years old. But anyway, I depend on y'all because this is the problem with Malcolm X, Martin Luther King. That generation that was younger than them depended on them. But when they died, they didn't have anything else. We're alive. We're living. We depend on y'all. You just said it yourself. I'm looking to you. I'm looking to your brothers. I'm looking to your friends. I'm looking for y'all to make change. Don't sell yourself short. You said we have politicians that we need to look up to. Them politicians ain't about 4, 5, 6 years older than you. So I'm looking at you. Me, Rhonda, our generation is looking at you because you got to take this podcast and take it to another level. I mean, we're looking at you guys. Y'all got the technology. Y'all doing big things. Y'all, y'all starting small, ending up big. We got to do you.
Yeah.
That's what we're looking for. I mean, I'm not going to rely on what's in Congress now. I got to rely on my 27-year-old son, my 30-year-old son, my 23-year-old son. You know what I mean? Y'all men, y'all got to move this world. That's it. I mean, I'm looking forward to y'all doing big things. I'm looking forward to this show right here blowing up, getting the issues out there, giving black people a forum to talk on. I'm looking at y'all. I'm not reaching to what we have already. What we have already, my own opinion, kind of corrupt anyway, but I'm looking for y'all to stir things up, make changes, call people names, call people out. Hey, shit,
we
that's
already
what it's all
doing
about.
that. We already calling people names. All right. So, The Last Dance, Jordan documentary. Now,
Oh my God!
Now, me and you went back and forth about
I'm
Jordan
glad you went there.
Bron.
Let me take me a drink.
Listen, all right. So Jordan, that's your guy.
Mm-hmm. No doubt.
Carolina residence.
That's right.
Born
One from
and
North
raised.
Carolina.
You see it. So whenever you see me in some Tar Heel stuff, it's because of this man.
That's right.
What part of Carolina are you from?
I'm from Goldsboro, North Carolina.
Goldsboro, North Carolina. Shout out to
try
Kobe
that.
White.
I ain't through.
Shout out to Kobe White.
No, anyway.
But he balling right now. He open.
Okay. I get it.
Yeah.
My Olive, shout out. Dudley, shout out.
Yeah.
So that's the triangle area down in the deep south.
Got you.
Okay.
Got you. And you actually got to play, not necessarily against Jordan, but Laney High School where he actually.
Oh yeah, they in our conference. They was in our conference. That's back in the day.
Back in the
87, 86. So.
All right. So you being from Carolina, you know the legend of Jordan a little bit better than the average person that got to watch him because you raised down the road.
Yeah.
So this man has been drilling Jordan into my head for the longest time, which is kind of crazy because he's a Celtics fan. I don't know if he's still a Celtics fan, but
I am all day. Great.
So, but Jordan has always been his guy for as long as I've known him, and so I'm interested in hearing your thoughts on The Last Dance. Did it do for you what it was supposed to do? Or did you have expectations for it?
Not really. I mean, everything I saw, I believed. Everything that I wanted your age group, your generation to see, you saw. Because you admitted to yourself that, to me, that you saw highlights of him that you never seen before.
That's a fact.
This guy was amazing. I grew up with Magic. Dr. J. I was a Sixer fan at one time. Now became a Boston fan. And if anybody want to know, if anybody,
how do you go from Philly to Boston?
Because anybody can beat LA. That's who you cheer for. That's the bottom line. Okay. So, yeah. But I became a Boston fan, and most people ask me, "Who's your favorite player?" Even though Jordan is my guy, Bird is my favorite player. Because as much,
hey, now hold on, brother.
As much as people talk about that white guy, that guy was a bad boy.
Listen, man, we talking about black power, brother. How you become like?
Because he can play.
I gotta imagine being a Bird fan in the '80s. That like you couldn't have said that out loud.
Play.
You couldn't have said that out loud, though.
Okay, unlike some of you young generation,
but I'm gonna tell you what we were taught. I'm gonna tell you what we were taught. No, I'm gonna tell you what we were taught from a couple of different documentaries. I was taught that it was really a thing of race divide, where a lot of the Bird was like the great white hope. Mm-hmm. And people rocked with Magic because he was the antithesis. Am I saying that right?
Kind of. Go ahead.
Kind of. He was the opposite of Bird, pretty much. He's on the West. The Lakers are Showtime versus the Boston, who's a little bit more technical. So it's almost like I saw documentaries with people on the East Coast vouching for the fact that they were Lakers fans simply because they didn't like what Bird and Boston stood for. So that's what I'm saying. Like, it's just kind of interesting to hear that Bird was your favorite guy, because you don't hear a lot of black people, especially black sports fans from that time, say that.
Oh man, because y'all got a different sight on how sports is played.
No, I'm talking about your people don't say that.
I mean, that's fine with me. I'm comfortable with that.
Yeah,
because I know who I like.
It's different because you don't hear a lot of dudes your age say that Bird was their guy.
Well, they probably had losing teams. That's probably one reason. But this is the thing about basketball. When I was growing up, it was always fundamentals. You was either a Tar Heel fan or you Virginia fan, or ACC. I'm talking to ACC. And we just like basketball, and everybody that could play,
you like.
We like the Lynn Biases, all them. I mean, if you can play, you can play. Kenny Smith, all them. I mean, them the cats I grew up watching. So when it comes to professional sports, the game was played different than it is now. Everybody got a brand. Everybody want to, everybody get along.
But you didn't care about. So it wasn't a stigma where you was growing up that if you was black, you was going for Magic, and if you was white, you was going for Bird.
It was nothing like that. You had a team, like I tell you all the time, because you have like 2 or 3 different teams.
Don't do that. We can go down the list. We can go down the list of teams.
We
just heard this man cop out to being the Sixers to a Celtics fan. He might still be a Steelers fan.
That didn't cop out. It's just the fact when you didn't like the Lakers, anybody who was in the championship with them, that's who you rooted for.
That's a fact.
Okay, so
it was like that. I hate the Lakers.
But Boston was just.
I've only liked Boston, but now I'm a Pelicans fan. But been that for 6 years.
Man, that's a long time.
I've been
that's a long time.
I've been a Pelicans fan for 6 years.
I know they only been in the league for 6 years.
Every time you see me wear some NBA, it's only been in Pelicans gear. Do the research. Everybody know. Y'all know. Go to my Facebook since 2014. Yeah, just go do that.
Yeah, they only been in the league for
now.
Like
you
6
can vouch
years.
for that.
Well, yeah, they only been in the league for 6 years, though.
But I've been a Pelicans fan since.
Okay, yeah. That's right.
You gave him up then?
Huh?
You gave him up then?
Who? Pelicans?
You.
I give them up every year. I just never go to another team.
You said you could.
Well, that's good.
How'd y'all get y'all's tickets? You get tickets on the bread thing?
Listen. I don't want to get me started on the Pelicans. I give them up every year. I give them up every summer, but I'm back. I pick them up.
6 years, I'm back.
Yeah, You can, the thing is you can give them up just as long as you take them. If I don't go to another team, then for me, I'm not portraying. Yeah, I'm not.
But that's good. You do it in football, but you don't do it in basketball.
No,
I gotta give it up.
Been a Philly fan.
Huh?
Been a Philly fan.
Why?
Because I like Philly.
For what?
Because the Saints failed me as a child.
So you're mad at the Saints and you want to take it out with the Phillies.
I've been doing it.
Okay.
Listen, I went to a Saints game. I have been to like 3 Saints games in one season. Uncle Melvin took me.
Mm-hmm.
He was taking me to Saints games. They kept losing, right?
That's
This is
what
like
they do.
2000. This is like 2001.
That's what they do.
This is the Aaron Brooks, like Ricky Williams, Joe Horn era, right?
And, yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. So this is when I first getting in.
Yeah,
This is when I was
cheer
first getting into
about.
football. This is when I was first getting into football. I was like, all right, I'm gonna try to get the Saints, but everybody was wearing like paper bags and stuff over their heads.
Bad.
It was bad. So, like one game we went, they was playing Philly. I think McNabb threw for like 300 on them. And I like the colors. I like the Eagles. I like playing with them on Madden. So I was like, I'm an Eagles fan since 2001. Recognize it.
Hey, if you can't beat them, join them. I'm just saying.
So
I mean, that's what it sounds like to me. If you can't beat them, join them.
you know that here's the thing. I'm really out here. We don't know what teams you like. I probably just told some of your family members what team you like.
God.
Outside of Carolina, we don't know who you like.
Seriously, Raheem.
Seriously.
It's Pittsburgh and Boston.
We can't
Yeah.
trace it on social media. We can't.
Oh,
we don't
yeah,
know.
I know you can't. I know you can't.
I don't see
because
anything.
I
I
don't
don't see anything Boston or Pittsburgh in here related.
No, I don't hang stuff on the wall. I'm not. For all you fans that hang stuff on the wall, it's corny. It is corny, but I don't do that. Yeah, I mean, I got hats, I got shirts. I'm doing this right now because it's representing North Carolina, baby. But anyway,
The camera's that way. Did you? Point
okay.
at the camera?
Oh, that way.
Shout out to Carolina. That's
I'm
one thing we do agree with is
I mean,
the Tar Heels.
They're
One
good.
thing.
Hey, look,
It's one
that's
thing.
when God built the earth.
That's one thing we do agree on. That's one.
Hey,
He
the
did
first-
raise me on that, and I stuck with that.
Hey, the first college team God ever said you can have happen was Carolina.
So going back to Jordan, I was watching the last documentary, Last Dance documentary, and I must say I was watching it, and again I already told you I felt like Jordan was the GOAT. That's why the whole Jordan LeBron debate. I don't really get into it. I like that people try to make an argument. I've even tried to make the argument.
Yes, you have.
I have, because statistically, there's legitimacy in that.
No, it's not.
It is.
No.
It-
If you do something for 20 years and I don't do it for 10, of course you.
Nobody. Well, he
You-
did for 14. He did for 14.
Okay, and he
for
did,
14.
and he's still playing, right?
He did for 14.
And he's still playing.
He did for 14.
Is LeBron still playing?
And he also
Is
came out.
Is LeBron still?
He
playing?
also came out of North
See, didn't
Carolina
answer the
too.
question.
He also came out of North Carolina too.
I know, but he stayed
That
3
took
years.
huh?
He was in Carolina for 3
That's
years.
what I'm saying. It took a couple of years off his, so it could legitimately be 15, 16 years, which is where Brian is at now. But let's
Well,
not
hold on. Go back because you just threw something at me that was crazy. You said if we go back,
if he was good enough to come out as a freshman, he would have been in the league 15, 16 years. Let's not count.
we
let's
came
not-
out as a junior.
Yeah, but because he wasn't good enough to come out as first. Brian came out of high school doing his.
Did you just? Ooh, that was cold blooded.
I mean,
that's cool though. That's cool
Did I
though.
lie?
You know what? You know what?
Did
it's
Brian
so-
need 3 years in college? Did he need 3 years in college?
Yeah.
Or did he come out averaging 22 and 7? What are we talking about here?
What are you talking about?
about?
Who wants the championships?
What are we talking about here?
You said yourself. Hey, tell them what you told me earlier.
Jordan
Saw
is
the
the
documentary.
Jordan is
Oh,
greatest.
the 30 points, averaging
Jordan is the
30
greatest.
points.
So that brings us
okay.
to my point.
Okay, thank you.
That brings us to my question. So my point. I'm watching Last Dance documentary, and so again, I'm seeing highlights. I've seen a lot of Jordan highlights. I'm seeing highlights I ain't never seen before. That just goes to show how many plays he was making. So as I'm watching it, because they got this old school feel to it, it's kind of blurry. It's high def, but it's not. So I'm just really getting the type of feel that you were getting as you was watching them. Like, I can only imagine if I'm in your shoes in 85, 86. He got drafted in 85, 86. It's 86, right?
I think remember.
It's like 85, 86. I can only imagine like 1985, 1986, and you've seen basketball played one way. And then you see this dude come in and do stuff you ain't never seen before. But not only you seen it on
63
a,
against Boston, 63 against Boston, 86.
but you seen it on a night to night basis. It's not even like he did it a couple of times throughout the season. You like, oh man, this kid. He's doing it on a night to night basis. He's giving you something you ain't never seen before, or he's just playing at a consistent rate that you've never seen before. So, I'm like, man, no, this dude was good. Like, just as a basketball skill wise, the turnaround, footwork, defensively. I ain't gonna lie, I always bagged him defensively. I was like, y'all overrate this dude defensively, but defensively, very good technically. And he had a lot of skills. Shouldn't have won all them, defensive players of the year. Did he get a couple? He shouldn't have got a couple, but
he got
shouldn't have got that. To each his own.
What?
He shouldn't have got that.
Slide. Why he shouldn't have got it?
It's probably. I'm guaranteeing it was more better. It was better defensive players.
Oh my goodness.
In the NBA at that time.
You know what? This is the sad thing about you young people. Y'all, this guy. Every year that people say he was weak in the area, he went and got better. They say he didn't play defense just like you just did. 27 years old, wasn't even born, wasn't even thought about it.
He did struggle defensively early in his career. He did struggle.
Okay, because he too busy putting up points. But anyway,
that's fine.
Bulls was bad.
That's fine.
And he was just trying to win games. And he thought he could win them on his own. But, that wasn't always the case. Huh?
You talking something?
That wasn't always the case. So, he win Defensive Player of the Year awards, blah, blah, blah. Mm-hmm. You sit here and say he couldn't play defense. But the thing about his game is it matured every year. And that's the credit I could give him. I mean, he didn't do like some people, bump heads and hang out with the penthouse crew. He got better every year.
He was too busy telling.
Huh?
He was too busy telling. Talking about his teammate was, coked up in the room and stuff.
Okay.
Why you, man? All right, so hold on. Let's really get into it.
Like that. That's cool. But anyway.
No, what I'm saying is we know Michael Jordan great. I'm not here I didn't bring you on here to talk about how great.
No. Don't say great. Say the best that ever played the game.
He's the greatest that ever played the game.
Okay, thank you.
I'll give him that. He's the greatest of all time.
Now we can talk.
Yeah, he's the greatest of all time. But your man's also the greatest tattletale of all time, too.
No, he just told the truth. He just told the truth. That's it. He just told the truth.
Why he lied to us, man? Why he lied to us about keeping Isaiah off the team?
No.
He did lie.
He first of all, like I told you earlier, he didn't say, hey, look, I'm the coach. I'm putting this team together, and I'm out picking Isaiah. He said, look, if Isaiah, the person I can't stand, I hate, I don't like, if he's on the team, I'm not playing. Y'all make the decision. But you know what he said? How in the world can we let the greatest player that's going to go down in history of this game, a cat that can...
They knew that back then.
Oh, yeah.
They knew that after one he was going to be the greatest.
Because we see it now, don't we? But... how we don't keep this guy from not?
But why?
Can I say this? The hell with Isaiah, the best player in the world.
It was Isaiah Thomas.
Who cares? I like Isaiah. He beat Carolina. I got to go grudge against him a little bit. He beat Carolina in that championship. I mean, and I ain't gonna hold that against him. The little midget.
You
beat James Worthy. He beat all them by himself. I mean, I don't hate him because of that. I hate him because Jordan hated him. Because you know why?
What's that?
The Carolina roots run deep. If my man see ain't no good, he ain't no good.
He ain't no good. All right.
And, I'm just down. Hey, look, if Jordan, you said earlier that he had an influence on the, as far as Isaiah being picked up. And I agree with you. But he still didn't make the team. And they could have told him, look, we want Isaiah on this team. If you don't want to play, then you can't play. Well, why didn't he do that, Raheem?
Because he's great.
Rockman, why didn't he do that?
He great.
Why?
Tell the people why you name me Rock.
Man. Because I got tired of saying Raheem? Nah, because you're a stud, man. I knew you was going to be a stud. I knew you was going to be a stud, man. I love the name.
Thankfully, I put on a little weight, else that would have hurt.
I knew you was going to be a stud. I knew you was going to be a stud, man.
You sure?
Yeah.
That's not the story. That's not the story I've been telling people.
Look at you. Your one's bigger than mine, man. I am getting up. I am 52, though. You know
that's not the story I've been telling people, though.
What you tell people, man?
You told me that my head was too big for my body. And so it was originally Rockhead, and then you just shortened it to Rock.
Nah, I was just trying, yeah. I mean, you don't, edit it out?
Nah.
Nah,
man.
It's
a story I've been running with. So if it wasn't that, then I've been telling y'all a lie.
Nah, you ain't been telling a lie. Yeah, you're right. I mean, your head was a little bigger than your body. Yeah,
it was.
It still is a little bit. Your shoulders got bigger, though.
I think my head's actually fitting into my. I think I've.
Nah,
made my
I
body
mean,
fit
rock.
into my-
I love. I mean, look.
It's grew though. Like everybody call me rock now. Like it's not even. You know, it's what I'm.
It fits.
It's fit.
It fit.
It fit. And Raheem comes from.
My brother. We made a pact a long time ago, which he didn't keep up with. Well, you know, anyway, that's another story. But
Yeah.
we said we don't name each other. I'm gonna name my first son your name, and you'll name mine your first.
So
son,
it's
my
not
name.
because he's Muslim. It's not because we
don't
one
blame-
percenters.
We
or
came from
anything like that.
Northeast Free Will Baptist Church, located in Miles, North Carolina, and so you know,
And Shabazz or Shabazz.
Shabazz. Yeah,
Shabazz. The inspiration behind that.
I don't know. I just like it. I'll go together. Why would I want to do anything else? I said I was gonna keep it 100. Do the whole thing, do the whole mile. I mean, seriously, man. Let me tell you something, y'all. I mean, that was just brotherly love right there. You know what I mean?
So
That
it was just
it.
Raheem Shabazz. It was just like
Yeah, it's brotherly
second
love.
kid. It was just Raheem Shabazz. It was
That's
just-
right.
First one gonna be named Malcolm.
That won't my.
So Malcolm wasn't you.
Nah, that won't my.
That wasn't your choice.
Nah.
But it lines up with the whole Black Power movement because you got Malcolm and then you got Raheem and then you got Shabazz. Like it's just,
Yeah, I mean that
you
won't.
know, you had Malcolm X, his
Yeah.
name was Malcolm Shabazz. Like you know, so I was trying to help you out, but if that wasn't your doing, that wasn't your
No,
intention.
but I didn't. I mean, it was cool though. I mean, I had no problems with it. I mean, but you know, his
Gotcha.
mom, that's what his mom wants. That's what she got.
All right. So a couple of questions before I get you out of here. I mean, you're natural at this. You should,
Well, thank you.
you know. All right. Fatherly question, since this is a Father's Day
Okay.
special. What do you
Look.
enjoy most about being a father?
Man, I don't know. I mean, to see, my child, try to match my childhood with my children and see that all the shortcomings of myself, and they they doing so much better. They conquering their dreams. They going after stuff. I mean, that makes me love on them even more because I see them. They got goals. I didn't have a plan when I was younger. I mean, even when I graduated high school, I didn't have a plan. But these guys got plans. They got things they going after, and I think that's what makes me proud of my three boys. I mean, they getting it. I mean, and I know they getting bumps in the road and making mistakes as they go along, but from my seat, they doing it. As far as I'm concerned, they doing it. They really doing it.
Okay. That's your final answer.
Yeah, I can
All
go
right.
on, but no.
All right. Do you
It
think,
lasts too long.
Do you think today's fathers have it easier or harder than in your time?
I think in my time, fathers is the father. I can just speak on my dad because I don't know. I mean, I have friends that had dads that our lives were totally different. I mean, my dad was one way, their dad was another way. Their dads had opportunities, took advantage of them. My dad had opportunities and didn't have quite a chance to take opportunity of it. I mean, take advantage of it. So today's dad, I mean, I think dads today are more, they want to see their kids do a lot better. Not
Yeah.
saying my dad didn't want me to do better, but they encourage them, even if their lives weren't great. I mean, I think that's what they build off of. We want you to do better. We want you to do better. So dads are different that way. I mean, I think dads back in my day was a lot. They was there more, but the problem was they didn't invest in us. We're not there as much, but when we are, we invest in y'all more. We encourage y'all to do better. You know what I mean? So I think that's the difference between fathers back then and fathers now.
Okay. So, you know, three boys, two girls. No marriage. You've raised both since young ages. Played your part. Which one is easier to raise, boys or girls?
Okay, there's two stages of this.
Okay.
Okay. Because Portia and Desiree lived in the house. I mean, y'all lived a little bit, visited a lot. Malcolm the same. Their mama was more in charge of them. You know what I mean? So it was easier to raise you guys than them because, the female aspect of things, that's deep, dog. That's different. But when boys come around, when my boys come around, it's hard. And I can go in on y'all and it's good because I want my men to be men. You know what I mean? But with the girls, you got to be a little sensitive. You can't talk like you want to talk. You know what I mean? So that's the difference between raising. But I think regardless if they're mine or their biological father, it would still been the same. You know what I mean? It would still been, you want your moms to cuddle them, but moms want you to be aggressive with your sons. You know what I mean? Because they don't want no punks. You know what I mean? That's different. You want your sons to be hard. Even moms want your son to be hard. You know what I mean? Right. They're a little soft on y'all, but at the end of the day, when you come home with a black eye, got beat up, you need to go talk to your son. Not saying y'all did, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, that's put that on the record. I never came home with a black eye.
But that's how moms are, man. They want their men to be men, and they want their women to be, want their girls to be soft and gentle and this and that.
Okay. All right, final question. Who was your favorite kid?
Oh, man. Kyle.
I was gonna do it too.
Kyle is my favorite kid. Guys,
Good answer.
Huh?
Good answer.
Yeah, it was a good answer.
It was a cop out though. It wasn't a real answer.
No. I love all my boys. You know what I mean? Y'all, like I said before.
I'm talking about between the boys, the girls. Who's the favorite?
Man, that means who gave me the less problems.
That's how you dictate who's the favorite.
Yeah.
Oh, that's easy then.
Okay.
That's a no-brainer.
Well, I gotta mark him out. Let's sit this out loud. Okay.
Don't do it.
He's not my favorite.
What?
Nah, man, don't put me there. All my kids are my
We
favorite.
grown now, man. If they get their feelings hurt, That's just
Oh, man. You sound like my brother Raheem. Hey, your name is Raheem. Yeah, I'm not even thinking about it. I'm thinking about it where I won't hurt your feelings.
My feelings?
Because you want me to say Raheem. And I can't say Raheem to the fullest.
Why?
Because it took me a whole... How long you had this podcast on?
Because of a podcast, I'm not your favorite child?
Yes. You could have put me on blast a long time ago. You took your time. You hurt my feelings.
So what you're saying is, so who?
Khalid. Khalid is my favorite.
The one who give you the most problems is your favorite child?
He don't give me problems.
Oh, you bugging, man. This episode never coming out.
Khalid don't give me problems. He give me hope.
Lynn, I love you, bro.
He give me hope.
He capping right now.
Hey, because you know why? You know why I say that?
Yeah, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised either.
He's a lot like me.
I'm not surprised either.
Hey, man, he don't make it, man.
I'm not surprised, Khalid, bro.
I love to do.
I told you not.
I'm not surprised, Khalid, bro. I'm not surprised.
I love all my boys.
I'm not surprised. And Malcolm, you shouldn't be surprised either.
Yeah, I mean, look,
Desiree
man.
Portia, y'all shouldn't be surprised either. He both of their favorites. And that's fine.
Look,
And
man,
that's
I
fine.
love all y'all, man. What you talking
And
about?
that's fine.
Hey, why you trying to put me on the spot like that? That's crazy.
fine.
That's not even right, Raheem. You know I'm always gonna say Khalid.
He always is going to say Khalid.
You know why I was gonna say Khalid, man?
I knew you was going to say Khalid.
I know you know I was gonna say
I'll be
Khalid.
back in October.
Oh, he coming back.
No, I'm coming back. But guess what
But
kid you
you
got to
never
worry
know.
about not coming back? guess what kid you got to make a couple phone calls to?
Hey, yeah, look.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
All
I mean,
right.
that's fine.
All right,
That's fine.
Yeah.
I mean, I love all y'all.
Yeah. We're going to see who the grandkids spend the
All
most
five.
time with. Yeah.
What you say?
We're going to see who the grandkids spending the most time with.
Oh, that's cold blooded. That's cold blooded. You know, he know I've been chilling the grandkids for the longest.
I know.
I got one. He need a friend. Kai need a friend.
Man,
He need a cousin.
Kai going to be somebody's uncle when it's all said and done.
I know. Well, y'all
Kai
waiting. on.
is 9 years old. Kai going to be...
Well, y'all waiting.
Kai
I guess.
Kai going to have kids the same age.
He'd be like, you know him? Yeah.
All right. So a couple of quick rapid answers before we get out of here.
Okay.
We're hitting the 40-minute mark. And this is about your kids, all right? This is most likely.
Okay.
Okay?
That'll be easy.
All right, you can answer this. You can answer. We got Mama around in the building. You can answer from the sideline because I know you're going to want to say something. You're going to be
I
like,
already
no,
know.
that's wrong.
No, I already know.
All right. The kid most likely to forget a birthday.
Raheem.
That's crazy. I've never forgotten your birthday.
Okay. I was just...
I've never forgotten your birthday.
Okay, go ahead. You just rep it. Hey, look. Answer the question, host.
What you think?
True.
Me? Almost likely?
Yes.
To forget a birthday?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Or to call on
You know, it's getting real vague. You know, I think I'm gonna
You
have to
told me
bring
to-
that. Yeah, I'm gonna have to
you told
bring
me to do
that.
all- You told me to do
Is
that.
acknowledging the same as forgetting?
What?
It
Acknowledging
would
this?
be you.
What you mean?
To acknowledge you saying his birthday?
I call him every year. Do I not? Yes.
Yeah, he
Yes.
does. He does. Everybody
Yes.
call me every year.
Ask him
but
what
he
child
said-
has not called him every year.
Okay. then
I'm
I
not
think
no
you're
ass.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't do that.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, we're gonna get to the facts on this one.
Okay.
wrong. Okay.
All right. Let's see. Which kid is most likely to get shouted at by the parents?
Man. Khalid?
His favorite, mind you.
Yeah.
You said Khalid too?
Yeah.
Their favorite, mind you.
Babe, you just let me into his company.
Yeah. Because he's
She
always
telling
been
the
a
truth.
favorite. Yeah.
She telling the truth.
Yeah.
She's telling the truth.
Okay. Which kid? Let's see. Which kid is most likely? Which kid is most likely to go on a hunger strike?
None of y'all.
Khalid.
Probably Khalid.
Okay.
You think he can just live off Khalid?
He got enough of himself he can live on.
For real.
All right.
Go all day.
Which kid is most likely to own an illegal business?
Khalid.
You see, this is the favorite they talking about. Lid, I'm trying to tell you something. They bringing you the favorite, the real you in. They trying to bring you in closer, bro.
Do we have a second?
You can do a second.
Desiree.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Okay,
Desiree,
that's a fact.
they
That's a
lumping
fact.
y'all in together.
You talking about forget birthdays?
Yeah. Desiree.
Oh, not an answer change. Okay.
Yeah, I can believe that.
Okay.
We talking about boys.
Yeah.
No, we talking about all the kids.
clan.
All the
The whole
clan.
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 All right. Which is most likely to fall asleep on a date?
It ain't you and Khalid. I know that. Or my
I didn't fall asleep on
Portia.
a couple. I ain't
Portia
gonna count
probably fall asleep on that.
you. Okay. Portia?
I say Raheem.
Yeah, I fell asleep on a couple days. I ain't gonna hold you.
That's only because you meant
He's
it.
kind of nonchalant.
Yeah. Which kid is most likely to fall in love with their best friend's girlfriend or boyfriend?
Raheem.
That's crazy. You're bugging.
Khalid.
Huh? Oh, you guys. Go ahead. Do your thing.
Hey, look, I'm old. Ask the next question. Tell Ron to sit down.
Well, we only got like a minute left.
Okay.
So yeah, why would he say me? I don't understand that.
I don't know.
Don't he know I believe in the bro code? I follow the bro code almost took too much of a T. I probably missed out on more than I could have got. Going by the bro code. You understand?
I said Khalid.
Yeah.
So he gonna pass up our opportunity. He'll find a reason as to why it's a good idea.
I'm saying him, like, you know, I mean, and thank you guys for tuning in. As you can see, this comes from, y'all know I'm not crazy, and you see the genetics, you see where this stuff comes from. So, really, this was about letting y'all see. Who's supposed to be answering the question? Who, Kyle?
Yeah.
He got a question?
No, you're supposed to be asking him a question.
Do I? I'm gonna give Kai his whole episode. I'm gonna give him a whole episode. All right. Last one. Let's see here. Try to find a goat. Well,
Are we running over because it's Father's Day?
a little bit.
Okay, that's good. That's good. That means, I'm special.
Which kid is most likely to be a cool mom or dad?
Raheem. No, let me tell you something.
That's crazy.
Oh, yeah, it is. I mean, I don't know.
You don't know. Wait, you just said it.
I'm almost taking that back.
Why?
I think Khalid is going to be an awesome dad.
I didn't say. I mean,
you asked me to be,
I say Raheem.
Okay. All three of y'all going to be great dads. And you know why?
Because Khalid will strap his kid to the top of the car.
Nah, this is why y'all gonna be great dads. Y'all gonna be great dads because of the fact that y'all understand that being a man in a kid's in a son's world is everything. Because I have to admit that I wasn't always there for y'all. So I think because of that, I think the relationship y'all have with me and the relationship y'all that could have been better, I think y'all done put extra energy, extra love, extra everything into your kids. I think all three of y'all gonna be great dads. So, I wish that the three of y'all could have had me in your lives every day. Y'all could have woke up with me every morning. And because of that, I heard every day. So, for that point. But the only good thing, if any good thing can happen out of all that, is the fact that y'all are not going to let your kids be without you guys, and y'all don't be there all the time. And that's what I know. I think all three of y'all gonna be great dads. Y'all really are. I mean, cause y'all are solid. Y'all know what y'all want, and y'all are great role models for your kids, girls or boys. I don't mind. I take them all. But my grandkids, I don't have great dads, regardless.
I appreciate that. All said, and I tell you this all the time, in the times that we do talk, because, I mean, listen, I can do better in my communication. I'll admit that. Don't quote me on that. I mean, it's on the podcast, but I can admit that. But all in all, this episode is just, I just wanted the world to see how I got cool, where the humor comes from, the looks,
Yeah, we are good looking men.
the bravado.
Yeah.
And look, one thing I've said, I always say, is our relationship didn't necessarily look how I would have fully liked for it to look, but you always showed up when you were needed. In the most crucial times, y'all know, like, most of my childhood was raised in New Orleans, and when Katrina happened, it was these two people right here that came and got me and Khalid, which wasn't an easy feat because they already had 2 teenage girls living here already. And if you're talking about me becoming a teenager, them already having 2 teenagers and a kid that all he knows is one setting, that wasn't an easy feat. And so it's stuff like that that I'll never ever take for granted.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, I know you beat yourself up a lot, but I just want to let you know that, you know, you'll always be respected as a father in my eyes because you showed up when we needed you.
Right. And let me go without saying, my wife, Rhonda, she, you know, she pushed me to do some things that I never really had in mind to do when it came to the kids, as far as making sure that y'all was comfortable. So I give her all the credit in the world. She, you know, pushed me to do some things, and she loved on y'all, and she loved on y'all to no end. And I appreciate her for that.
Absolutely.
I mean, she, you know, she deserved 100 amount of credit for y'all being comfortable here and showing y'all another person in y'all lives that will love on y'all, that y'all can talk to, and you know, y'all always respect her when y'all see her, and y'all always love on her when y'all see her. And I think her and Khalid is like the we don't do it. Best of friends. Best of friends. And that relationship is tight. So I want to tell her that I love her for that. I mean, she's been strong. My stupidity, she has been strong, but I'm just saying she loved on my kids. All 3 of you guys, Malcolm, yourself, Khalid, y'all. She shows y'all mad love. She love y'all, man. She always talk about her sons, and that's a good thing. And she always say how, you know, it's funny that we have a son that lives up the street and we don't see him on. I just had to throw that in. I had to throw that in there now.
I appreciate y'all for watching. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you subscribe to the podcast. Subscribe to our YouTube. Rate, comment, review on Apple Music, Spotify. We're now on Deezer, SoundCloud. We're on many different platforms. And again, make sure you subscribe to the YouTube. What else? If you have any questions, any concerns, you can email us. Or if you're interested in being a sponsor, you can email us at reachoverculture@gmail.com. It's been a Father's Day edition of the Reach Over Culture podcast. Pops, thank you.
Love you, son.
Love you. All right. Love you, my man. And we out. We'll see you next episode.